That's the answers.
Let's
Yes.
adjourn and you make copies.
Thank you, my lord.
Hey, you know, I'm shocked at the behavior of advocates. Shocked.
We also shocked, my lord. In as much
They're
as the
behaving
court
like
is
children.
shocked. No, we also
No,
shocked.
no, I'm making the remarks.
Yes, my lord. We
Can you
also
shut up?
shocked.
You shut up. I'm making the remarks.
Thank you, my lord. Shut up.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I'm shocked.
Yes.
One advocate says, I showed them, nobody was arrested.
Yay, Tada. We are back with another video. Now it's abundantly clear that the state cooked this case. The evidence from the Shaban as well as the officers that were stationed at Velera police station shows that the state cooked the case. The police officers that are stationed at Velera police station confirmed that there was no phone that was found in Mohan Danz's cell. They know nothing about the cell phone and dance. So Umukhane clearly planted that phone just to implicate Ntanzi. That phone was with either Umapena or him for all this time. But I would like you to listen to some evidence which directly implicated Advocate Baleyiwe Nuodumo. Just listen and we'll talk about it.
Would you agree with me that that conduct by the person who said to you, can you change this into this? Basically, that amounted to an attempt to defeat the ends of justice.
Yes, my lord.
Uzovumelana nami ke uma ngithi ke loyo ke owayekusho lokho kuwena ukuthi ke yenza lokho ukuthi naye ke naye owayezama ukuthi akwenzeke ukuthi ke aphazamisane nokusebenza komthetho yebo ngosenkantolo.
And that happens in the presence of a senior state advocate in his office and nothing happens.
Don't forget, because
Yes.
I refused.
Yes.
That's why also my advocate was very angry.
Yes.
Lokho ke uthi kwenzeka ke ehhovisi ke lo mshushisi ke ophezulu ke kakhulu ke ngesikhundla ila ungakhohlwa ukuthi ngishilo ukuthi ingakho ke no advocate ke lana wacasuka.
After seeing that and refusing, and then it's where he said, okay, we leave it there. It's where they said, okay, man, let's have a cup of tea. Because I was angry, I said, no. And because when I went there, I was taken by brigadier from home. I said, now I will see what to do. It's where I called my kids to come and collect me at the police station.
Ila khona ke manje ngoba isebona ukuthi cha ke ngiyanqaba ukuthi ngikwenze lokho wasecelwa ukuthi asambe ke siyophuza ke itiye ngoba ke ukuya lapho ke ngangiyolandwa uyena ke ubrigadier mina ke ekhaya noma endlini ngase ke ngithi cha ngizobona ukuthi ngenza kanjani ila engaxhumana khona nezingane zami ukuthi zize ke zizongilanda.
Now you're saying the advocate was angry. What was he angry at?
He was angry because, as I said, he called me 4 times because he said, you know what, Lishaban?
Yeah.
With this statement,
Yeah.
I cannot take hearsay, Lishaban, you know, hearsay evidence is not allowed. I said, yes, my advocate, I know.
Yes.
I know. But it's exactly what happened now.
Yeah.
Manje ke na uma uthi ke wayicasukile ke umshushisi wayicasule yini ke ngoba ke washo kumina ke amahlandla amane uthi ke uyazi Lishabani ukuthi lesi statement esona ke inzwa bethi angeke ngisebenziseke noma ngiye naso ke enkantolo ngathi ke ngiyakwazi lokho advocate.
My lord, he was not aware. If I've done change it, they were going to arrest me in the office of the senior state prosecutor.
Ngosenkantolo akwazi ke ngoba ke uma kuukuthi ngangikwenzile lokho babezongibopha kuyona ke kulona ihhovisi lakhe umshushisi.
Mind you, I said this court that on 2020,
Yeah.
Zungu told me that now Brigadier Gininda said that he must write a statement to implicate me, that I must be arrested. You get the point?
Yes.
And he said, you know what, I had no choice. I wrote it.
Ukhumbuleke ukuthi ngo2020 uZungu wangitshela ukuthi ke waphoqa uyena kuBrigadier Gininda ukuthi ke abhale istatement babezongibopha wathi ke akukho wayengakwenza wasibhala.
That's the reason why I cannot phone the provincial commissioner and complain for nothing.
Clearly, Brigadier Gininda and Advocate Baloyi played all of us. And now the evidence of Lishabane shows that the police can do whatever they want if they want to arrest certain individuals. Clearly, Baloyi has got the case to answer here. Shabane says Baloyi tried to force him to collaborate statement of Constable Zungu. Remember the state case, it is premised on the Zungu statement yokuthi he saw this man on the day when Senzo was shot and unalived. So now Baloyi tried to make sure that everybody is aligned to what Zungu had said so that the court can accept Zungu's statement and evidence and therefore find these guys guilty. The funny part is that when Ule Shabane refused to change his statement, Advocate Baloyi tried to bribe him with a tea, allegedly. We heard on the video that when he refused to change his statement to collaborate with Zungu, Baloyi said, okay, it's fine, let's have a tea. And it's a state way of operating in this case. Remember that Shoes, I think he was offered KFC, which he threw away. They offered him KFC when they realized that this man was not going to implicate any of the accused. So the same thing they tried with Ule Shabane, but Shabane refused and therefore left Baloyi. He says Baloyi was very angry. He was very angry because they did not want to listen to him and change the statement to collaborate with Constable Zungu. So what's clear is that now Constable Zungu played all of us and played the court. I think charges should be laid against, firstly, Brigadier Kininda, secondly, Advocate Baloyi, and thirdly, Constable Zungu. They have all defeated the end of justice because they have allegedly misled the court, allegedly. You cannot say to a witness, change your statement so that it is the same as the one of Constable Zungu. They were clearly trying to defeat the ends of justice so that they can solve this case immediately. I think Baloyi realized that the confessions were not enough in this case because the confessions can only be used against accused number 1 and 2. So therefore, they needed Constable Zungu to say something that will implicate all 5 men that are before court, which is why now Baloyi was trying to get Leshabane to confirm the story of Constable Zungu. I hear some of you saying that the evidence by the police officers from Veleda police station is not important. I disagree. It is very important because we were told that Mwantanzi had a cell phone in his prison cell. That cell phone allegedly phoned Ulebo, Ntanzi's mother, as well as other relatives. That was used to implicate Ntanzi and link him with the other 4 accused. That's what was the aim of that cell phone by the police officers. But now the problem that I have with the police is that they could not tell us how did Mwantanzi charge that cell phone when he had it. Remember, when you're in prison, you don't have access to a charger or charging port, a place where you put your phone and plug it in to charge. Ntanzi would not have had that because he was incarcerated. So now, Umabhena or Mokgane were busy phoning people left and right and center, trying to implicate Mwantanzi. Then now they're saying they found the cell phone with Mwantanzi. Now, come the officers that were in charge at the station. They're saying they do random searches, they visit the cells just to check if the prisoner is safe and to check if there are no stuff that shouldn't be there in the cell. And when they visited Ntanzi, they found nothing whatsoever. But uMokgane yena ngokwakhe wathola i-cell phone phakathi ko-blanket, kanti amanye amaphoyisa from the station could not find such information. So Umokgane, I think, he was sent as part of the investigation team to come and compromise Ntanzi by planting the cell phone so that they can say in the end, Ntanzi had the cell phone. And therefore he communicated with people from outside prisons and therefore link him to other calls that were made by that number. I think he called accused number 1 at some point. But that call was not made by Ntanzi. It was made by Mabhena because he is the one that was in possession of the cell phone at all material times. So the evidence by the police officers, I think they did very well to improve the case of Mwantanzi. To just say that, my lord, see, the officers from the Veleda station says they found no cell phone. So it is impossible for Mabhena to come and say or claim otherwise. When Ubaba Absalom Zungu said Brigadier Kininda offered him trip overseas as well as money just to implicate the accused before court, some of you said Absalom Zungu is misleading the court. But we now have Ule Shaban. It means now we have a general now who's also implicating the police and the state advocate. So Ubaba Mzungu, I think he was honest and straightforward regarding his involvement in the case. The police wanted to use individuals to get these 5 accused before court in trouble. They wanted to implicate them so deeply and therefore decided to fabricate evidence. The fact that Absolute Mzungu's statement was used in court but was not called by the state shows that Baloyi knew very well that Absolute Mzungu was going to come to court and debunk all the lies. The same thing happened to Uli Shabane. The state did not call him because they knew that he was going to spill the beans and tell the truth as he did now. The same way Umakosonke was not called. The same way Ushuz was not called. So now we are about to land on the estate. They try to fabricate evidence using people that were close to the accused as well as the police officers, which is why I think this case should have been dropped as soon as the testimony of Baba Mzungu was heard in court. It's clear that the police fabricated this case from the beginning. We know very well that the cartridge or the bullet jacket that was found in the crime scene was found on the following day, which was a Monday. The police officers did not find it on Sunday, on the actual day when Senzo was shot and unalived. That tells you that that bullet jacket was planted in the crime scene to implicate any other individual except those that were in the house. That is where the cooking had began. Mapiri had cleaned the crime scene on Sunday when everyone was in hospital, just to make sure that all the blood in the crime scene is removed. That might implicate the real shooter of Senzo. If Balu had brought Umapiri to court and asked her, Mapiri, who told you to clean the crime scene? I'm sure we would have found out something that is very interesting. So the defense, I think they've got the power to subpoena. I think the defense, they must just try and subpoena Umapiri. Subpoena her and bring her to court and force her to speak. She must tell us what went on the day. I do not believe that Umapiri would have just cleaned the crime scene without being instructed from the house or instructed by someone from the house. I suspect that the person that told Mapiri to clean the crime scene is likely the one that shot Senzo Ngeput. And we know, based on statements we know who shot Senzo Ngeput allegedly. It is alleged that Longo Twala is the one that shot Senzo Ngeput allegedly. That's in statement saying that Usenzo was trying to separate the fight between Zandi and Longo Twala, but the gun went off and shot him. Ultimately, he lost his life. So if Mapiri is subpoenaed, I think we'll get more secrets. Because Ule Shabani, when he came to court, I wasn't sure what he knows issue, but after his testimony, I'm even more convinced that the state cooked this case. I'm convinced more than ever Uguti Constable Zungu lied under oath and should be charged for defeating the ends of justice. And he'll be taken off that witness protection nonsense because he does not need to be there. He needs to be in orange uniforms because his statement was clearly cooked. Remember that he kept quiet for about 5 years. He said he knew what happened on the day when Senzo was shot, but he kept quiet for about 5 years. And he's a police officer. What type of a police officer is that? And then when Sheikh Sibiya came to the crime scene hours later, we were told that there was a meeting held in the house where the accused, not the accused, the people in the house were told that they should stick to the story of the intruder. So that is more cooking. And the state did not bring Sibiya to come to court or ask Sibiya to depose a statement. Sibiya is critical in this case because we were told that he was also present when Ule Shaban was interviewing Constable Zungu. Yet, Sibiya, Shadrach Sibiya did not depose any statement. Why Sibiya did not depose any statement? Because when he was doing that interview, he was no longer working for the police. So he should clarify why Funani ey'ntweni zamaphoyisa when he was no longer a police officer. But the state tried all by means not to bring Leshabane because Leshabane was going to spill such information. Now we know that Baloyi tried to make him to change his statement. That is very, very important because that is a clear case of defeating the ends of justice. And charges should be laid against Advocate Baloyi because what he did, it is illegal. It is against the law. But Zobona, because Baloyi is very powerful in that division. He does what he wants to do because nothing really happens in this corrupt country. We have the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry. I think that is where Brigadier Kininda should be called to account because we know based on the statement on the evidence that she tried to bribe him allegedly. And we know that Brigadier Kininda also was present when the accused were tortured and choked. That is according to one of the accused. So now, if Kininda is brought to Madlanga Commission of Inquiry, maybe we'll get to see AVL because Madlanga has got a way of getting information from the police. It's not like Advocate Baloyi where the defense asks for an AVL or a telephone records of someone, then the police says no, it's not available. Madlanga, he gets what he wants because akadlali. So I'm hoping that Kininda should be taken there because Kininda is also implicated in the case Tarodavan Krecha. So we'll get a chance to have Brigadier Kininda investigate thoroughly to see what he ayenza all these years because wonke amaphoyisa akhala ngaye and the accused also are saying this and that about him, but we shall see.
Lord, when I was in the consultation, you and Kininda, you said I must corroborate statement of Zungu, and it's where I refused.
Ayikho ke indlela la khona ubufakazi bukaZungu nobufakazi bami ke bungathi ke buhambisane ke ngoba uzokhumbula ke ngesikhathi enganisehhovisi lakho yila khona ke wena kanye naye uGinyenda wawuthi ke angikhulume into ehambisana nento ekhulunywa uZungu yila enganqaba khona.
When I wrote this statement, I didn't know about until I get this information from defense here.
Ngesikhathi ke ngibhala lesami statement ngangazi lutho ke ngalesi sakhe mina kwaze kwayisikhathi la khona ngithola lesi sakhe ngisithola kumameli khona la.
Malat, if I knew when they called me previously, I shouldn't have refused. I should actually come running.
Uma ngangazi ke ngesikhathi ke ababengibize ngazo kwangafaneleke ukuthi ke nginqabe kwakufanele nje ukuthi ngize ngigijima.